Come here, Juan. Paulie. Come here. Come here. All right, this is going to be low right here. I'm not going to call it right here. So you need the fringe down. We're going to go low. I gave you your instructions over in the dressing room. Obey my commands. Touch yourselves all times. Understood? Touch them up. Good luck to both of y'all.
Malignaggi seemed drained by the weight. We'll see what he has because Diaz is going to jump right on him.
12 rounds for Malignaggi and Diaz. Underway, round number 1. Malignaggi's been plagued throughout his career with hand problems. Says it's not a problem.
Malignaggi looks lightning fast right now.
And this is what he needs to do. He needs to throw that jab because the baby bull is coming after him. So he's got to be like the matador in there and allow that jab to keep working and those fast punches to keep working and his foot movement to keep working.
Well, if Diaz is the baby bull, Malignaggi is going to have to be a matador. Fortunately, he's not wearing red tonight.
You know, it's one thing to be a matador against a bull who charges one punch at a time. But Diaz throws such a high volume of punches. Even if Malignaggi makes a miss frequently, he has to worry about continuing shots coming from Diaz. So far, Malignaggi's not letting Diaz plant his feet to punch by snapping out a good jab and giving Diaz angles.
And that's important to give Diaz angles. He has to do that, and he has to stay away from the ropes because that will give Diaz an advantage which he doesn't want to give him.
How about the enthusiasm of this crowd here in Houston for Diaz? Electricity in the air. You know, the Houston Texans played a home preseason game tonight. The Houston Astros were at home tonight. One of the columnists in the Houston Chronicle wrote there's 3 sporting options tonight. I would recommend go to the fight.
Max, you got to give them, if a crowd is at a corner, what sport will they be watching? Give them that one.
Well, I think they should be watching this right now. Malignaggi's come out really, really fast and sharp. And his speed seems to have taken Diaz by surprise. But the idea is if you get to an intersection and on each corner, on one corner there's a ball game, on another corner a guy's putting a golf ball, on a third corner there's a pickup game of hoops, and on the fourth corner there's a fist fight. The crowd will always be around the fist fight. There's a good fist fight so far tonight.
Malignaggi 20 of 100 here in round number 1. Can he keep this up is the question. According to CompuBox, this is the most jabs that Malignaggi has ever thrown in a round.
Time!
The official number.
Malignaggi just cut at the end of that round over his left thigh, right hand from Diaz.
That cut, he suffered a slight nick on that eye in camp.
Deep breath. Look at me, Paulie.
From one of the pads working out.
I want that jab a little faster, baby, okay?
That has opened up with a punch.
Get on your rhythm. Get in your rhythm. This guy got nothing on you. Got nothing on you. Deep breath, baby. Deep breath. Deep breath. Focus. When you're ready. Use your speed and stay relaxed, baby.
You just got to keep trying to work that left hand. When you get close, you just going to start rolling credit with punching. Let's start digging that body, okay? But look, when he's holding you, step around. Keep walking and punching. Move that one hand, okay? Okay? Everything is good. It's a good round. All right, baby, let's go. Same thing, same thing. Let's go to work.
So, Bob, the ring, the judges, and the weight stacked against Malignaggi to go with that. The cut. And by the way, folks, Paulie Malignaggi has a chronically bad right hand. Probably the main reason he hasn't scored more knockouts in his career.
So, keep stacking the deck against him.
All he's doing so far is winning the fight.
At least one round in. Diaz puts the punches together, left hand. Malignaggi clowning around. But not where Malignaggi needs to be as Diaz lets the power go.
Yeah, see, inside, Malignaggi has to do something. He can't sit there. He has to either push him off or hold. As the baby bull will have him. Can't allow free punches by the baby bull because he'll wear you down.
Great way to take away the legs from a guy that's moving. Rip him to the body.
Haven't seen Diaz come out with too many jabs. I guess it's difficult to get a jab against a jabber.
Hooks to the body, hooks to the head from Diaz.
Here you see one of the difficulties a slick boxer faces versus a volume puncher. Just because of the sheer volume of punches, some are bound to get through.
Diaz with a good left hand and a hook to the body. Right hand to the head. Tasted some of the power of Diaz here in round 2. Good counter shot by Diaz.
And here you can also see where a hometown advantage, not necessarily because there's some kind of deck stacked against you with judges, but also because every time Diaz lands, there's a roar from the crowd. Malignaggi lands 3 or 4 shots, nothing.
But even though, you know, Diaz will hit the gloves, you know, it makes it seem to the crowd that he's landing punches, so they will, you know, cheer for that.
And he has landed a lot of punches this round, but so is Paulie, and crowd doesn't react when Paulie
There's another cut. Oh, but Diaz has a cut.
Diaz has a cut in his left eye.
So they're both cut.
All right, good job, good job. Got a cut, got a cut. Come on, Joe. I got you. Headbutt. Okay, I got you. Okay, baby, look, let's go to work, okay? Look, let's not forget the jab, okay? Whatever you do, don't forget your jab, all right? You can keep doing whatever you're doing, but just don't forget that jab, all right? Keep boxing this guy. Everything.
Listen to me now. Move your feet, baby. Look like Milidor. You cut him up, baby. Deep breath. Paulie. Don't fight him on there.
Just had a chance to speak with referee Lawrence Cole. That cut on the left eye of Diaz. Cole did not see any headbutt or a punch that caused the cut. He conferred with all 3 judges. None of them saw a headbutt that would have caused it. So he says, you've got to assume it was a punch. So assume it's a punch. Each fighter cut on the left eye as we begin round 3. Diaz says he likes fighting at home. You know, you hear a lot of fighters sometimes say there's a lot of pressure, people asking for tickets, people bothering you. He really gives his brother Jose a lot of credit. He is his shield. Doesn't let anybody get to him. Handles the tickets, keeps the house quiet. It's a great asset.
Well, if his brother's a shield, he could use him in this round so far. Malignaggi landing some good shots.
Yeah, family's always a great asset, especially in this type of sport.
Real good fight so far.
Malignaggi's gotten off to a quick start. We saw in round number 1. Diaz, the advantage in round 2. Malignaggi's landed good punches here in round 3. You wonder, though, having to lose that extra pound and a half, if it's going to pay dividends for Diaz, that Malignaggi had to do that later in this fight if they keep at this pace. Malignaggi blocked that left hand with his glove.
Malignaggi holds that right hand of Diaz, but he needs to hold the left hand too.
And you see why Diaz is so popular. Malignaggi was trying to hold. Diaz was frantically punching with both hands and scoring on the inside, by the way, to the body.
Malignaggi's thrown 26 more punches in this round as the edge connects. The left to the chin. Good pace here for Malignaggi and Diaz through 3.
All right, look. Now
August 29th marks the premiere of the latest in our 24/7 series. This time our cameras will take you inside the lives in training camp of Floyd Mayweather and Juan Manuel Marquez as the two superstars prepare for their big September showdown. Then on September the 19th, it's the live fight between Mayweather and Marquez, two of boxing's best and most accomplished fighters.
Step over that way. But look, feint. Go behind you, double jab, right hand, okay? Then remember, you go drop down and go with your uppercut.
Well, I'm interested to find out where this cut came from that Diaz suffered.
Might have been right there with that uppercut.
Right uppercut.
That was in round 2.
Don't see anything over the eye right now.
They looked a little red, but it wasn't clear that the skin was broken.
Let's check in with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 2 rounds to 1. 29-28, Paulie Malignaggi. Bob, I got to tell you, Paulie's got to keep moving. He can't win this fight if he stands still. He stood still in round 2, and Juan Diaz hammered him. He's got to punch and get out. Throw that up jab and move. You know, I don't know. Juan Diaz gets hit by up jabs. Nate Campbell killed him with up jabs. Paulie Malignaggi doing the same thing. Puts the left hand way down low, and he comes up with it. But when Paulie stops, he gets hammered. Anyway, Lawrence Cole, under the rules, is not allowed to ask the judges if they saw a headbutt. Because he's got to make that decision. The judges can't come into this.
You know, Diaz landed a hook there. The crowd oohed. Didn't seem to bother Malignaggi. Didn't seem that there was a ton on that hook. And meanwhile, Malignaggi probably hit him 4 or 5 times. Malignaggi also throwing the straight right hand with conviction tonight.
Malignaggi got hurt.
Yeah, he looked a bit wobbly there. He looked like his equilibrium kind of suffered a little bit. Or maybe he was just playing.
Now, usually he finishes that off with, like, sticking out his tongue. I don't think he was playing, Lennox. Maybe he got hit in the temple. A lot of time to go here in the 4th. Diaz rips another left hand to the chin.
And you know, every time Diaz comes in, he's going to receive a couple punches, which he doesn't mind because Malignaggi's not hitting him hard enough to make him stop. But definitely Malignaggi has to, after finishing his punches, has to move, put his hands up. He's doing a good job with his right hand, keeping his right hand up against the hooks, but his left hand needs to come up a bit higher, especially when they're in close.
Both corners have good cut men. Both men have cuts on the left eye. Danny Milano for Malignaggi and Joe Chavez for Diaz.
Both these guys, notoriously soft punchers, but they both hit hard enough to have controlled most of the opponents they fought in their career.
And they hit hard enough to cut each other.
Which doesn't seem hard to do against Diaz in recent fights.
Watch out on the inside, box.
Diaz is kind of wiping out his left eye a little bit, so that blood coming down is giving him a little bit of a vision problem.
But Malignaggi's cut seems in pretty good control. We haven't seen much blood since round 1.
Really breaks down to the cut men. This is where the cut men come into play and see if they can do their job in good fashion.
All right, baby. All right, how we doing? All right, we're doing it. Same thing. Come on, come and drink. Okay, look, listen.
Hey, don't put water, in his head.
No, I'm not. Listen, everything is good, okay? Look, you see when you use the jab, what happens when you use your jab?
Yeah.
Keep using your jab, but keep using the feints, okay?
Okay.
Feint him. When you get close, just go both hands and then walk around.
You were going to see a left hook from Diaz. Paulie never put his right hand up in time, took that well. And this is where Malignaggi kind of got hit a little bit. And, you know, I said he was playing because it didn't look hurt. It was just a balance problem.
It may not have done himself any favors by pretending to be hurt, because it may have given the impression that he actually was.
Round 5.
Stop!
Tight fight.
See, I don't understand that, you know. You're allowed to push off a little bit.
Dips and dances away from danger there. Triple left hand from Diaz. Malignaggi gets a short right in.
Malignaggi's kind of stepped away from that jab that he came out with, but he's, you know, got to stay disciplined with it. It's working for you, and you got to keep it going. Every time Diaz comes in, he's always worrying about getting hit by that jab. This is what he has to do. He has to duck the jab or block the jab and then throw his punches.
Let go of him.
Diaz pushes back Malignaggi with that left. Anything that he connects with, this crowd's going to go crazy, even if he doesn't. If those punches miss, all went around the head of Malignaggi.
See, Diaz has realized that Malignaggi is keeping that right hand down a little bit, so he's throwing that left hook and that right hand, knowing that Malignaggi is keeping that left hand down.
That's your second warning. Come on, let's keep it clean. Box.
I guess it certainly looks like the right hand by Malignaggi, and that blood continues to flow from Diaz. Kind of looks like the older Malignaggi with the training switch from Buddy McGirt to Sharif Younan.
It does. Although he may not be winning this fight on the cards right now, and he is taking a lot of punches. I mean, Diaz is a good fighter. He does look better than he has recently, Malignaggi.
See, right now, Malignaggi needs to be throwing that right hand a bit more, because you obviously have to realize that Diaz is having some vision problems, so he's got to work that towards his advantage.
Did that elbow cause that cut? Gail, did that elbow?
Give us some water. Okay, let him spit. Give me the spit bucket. There we go. Okay, listen. Okay, let him do that first, okay? Now listen, Juan. Look, don't chase this guy, okay? Feint him, keep feinting him, step over. Okay, now we go get him on that angle, okay?
Well, Olivia and Fidencio Diaz
Keep using your jab,
kept their son grounded. He gives his parents all the credit, along with Willie Savannah. They've placed a premium on education. Mom could bear to look.
That cause that cut is a second cut.
Push off, man.
Yeah, now Lawrence Cole came over to us and said an elbow
Come on.
caused that second cut.
No, everything is good. Everything is good. Look, listen.
Oh, looks like
Feint,
one bad
use your
cut to
feints,
me.
okay? Don't be using. He caught an elbow. Watch out. Here, grab this. Come on.
Bust him up.
According to CompuBox, Diaz has only landed 9 body shots, 5 in the last round.
Axel headbutt. There's Axel headbutt. Axel headbutt. All right? All right. Time in.
Okay,
Box.
now, is the first cut for Diaz was ruled a punch.
Stop.
They're saying the second cut is from an accidental headbutt. Of course, in a case of an accidental foul, you go to the scorecards after the 4th round.
Seems to me that given where Malignaggi and where Diaz's cut is, Malignaggi should be stepping over to his right. Even though as an orthodox fighter, it's not as natural to do that. Your natural motion takes you clockwise. It seems as though it would be in Malignaggi's best interest to step over counterclockwise. He's not really doing that.
I agree with you. You know, when you have a bad cut like that, you know that the referee can stop the fight. You work on it. That's what you need to do, work on it. That's why Diaz is moving up with his urgency, because he doesn't want the doctor to step in or the referee to step in and stop this fight.
Meanwhile, it seems that if Malignaggi were to move counterclockwise, he'd protect his own cut while being in position to exploit Diaz's.
And it's a very key point here, because the one cut for Diaz was ruled by punch. The other one was originally ruled by an elbow, then called an accidental clash of heads. Had it been ruled by a punch and the fight got stopped, Malignaggi would be a winner.
Well, I think that's why the referee did say that. Just in case the fight did get stopped, they can go to the scorecards.
Well, we don't know. We haven't seen a replay yet of when the cut was caused and by what.
Good shot there by Diaz.
After Malignaggi landed about 5 of his own, Bob.
They'll have to figure out which cut is the one that would cause the fight. Was it the punch cut or the illegal headbutt, the accidental headbutt cut?
Stop. But don't pull it down. Box.
It's amazing how Malignaggi keeps circling to his left and not to his right, where he can work on that cut with punches.
Well, a boxer like Malignaggi who fights off his toes, when you jab, your natural motion, your back foot kind of takes you clockwise. So it's easier to rip off punches while on your toes if you're moving that way. But maybe he should sacrifice that a little bit to target that cut, because, Bob, it's a bad one that Diaz has.
Which one? He's got to work on the one that was caused by the punch.
Right.
End of round 6.
Consistent with that.
Give me. Look at me. When you're boxing, you're looking like $1 million. But look at me. I don't want you fighting outside. Okay, don't ask me to death, baby. Look at me here. Focus now. We got to get this. You hear me? Outside, jab the shit out of him. Bust him open.
Okay, baby. Okay. Give me a drink.
You're pushing a little shot out here, so you can win this.
Yeah.
All right, the doctor's going to come out and take a look here.
Oh, that's all right. Work on it.
Okay. All right, baby, let's go to work. Let's go to work. Let's go to work. Now listen.
The cut on the eyebrow was ruled a clash. The cut
step over to your right
on the eyelid, that's kind of closed up. That was from the punch.
Take it to the right, okay? But look, don't get up so high. You got to get down, okay? Move your head, okay?
Don't find your Paulie. Don't fight him on the inside.
Make him reset.
You hear me? I'm very strict about that right now. Outside, circle, get in the middle of the ring. No ropes, okay? Game plan. I want them feet, babe.
That's the right instruction at the right time, said with the right forcefulness in Malignaggi's corner.
Anxious moments for the Diaz camp. Mom and Dad watching ringside. Let's get to our unofficial ringside score, Harold Leonard.
Okay, Bob, I got it all even. 3 rounds apiece. 57-57. Rounds 4 and 5. Juan Diaz had real good rounds because Paulie stopped moving. One caught him with good hooks just like that on the inside. But in round 6, Paulie went back on his horse. And when he gets on his horse like he's doing when he's moving, he boxes really nice and controls the fight. Lands enough jabs to win the round. Lands enough straight right hands to win the round on clean punching. Anyway, 3 rounds apiece. 57-57.
All right, Harold, I don't think you can argue that score at all. Let's see if Malignaggi sticks to the game plan as set forth before the start of this round. Don't stay in front of him, don't fight inside, use your jab.
What I like so much about what Malignaggi's trainer, new trainer Sharif Yunan, said to him in the corner, said, don't yes me to death. He wasn't going to allow Malignaggi to just go through the motions in the corner, nodding his head. He wanted to make sure he had Malignaggi's attention, and then Malignaggi followed the game plan, and he seemed to get through to Paulie in the corner.
Come on, Lennox. Juan Diaz doing what he does. I mean, he's just going to keep pressuring you, come after you, try to land those big shots. Good left hand to the body by Diaz.
Good body work.
Yeah, and this is what you need to do. You need to work on the body, different angles, and then throw some punches to the head.
Hey, they know. Right hand over the top from Diaz. They know that this weight was hard for Malignaggi. It's no secret.
Here Malignaggi's keeping it in the middle of the ring as his corner wanted him to, and he's getting hit with a lot of punches.
See, this is a situation where Malignaggi needs to throw that right hand continuously. I mean, a little bit more, because what it does, it's going to cause that eye to swell up a little bit, maybe a little blood to come out and disguise another right hand or even a hook by Malignaggi. But he needs to work on that eye.
When you see a guy in front of you cut like that, Lex, I mean, you just zero in on it?
Yeah, straight away. I mean, that's why, you know, if an animal or sees you bleeding, you know, he gets hungry for that blood and he wants to take you out. For me, as soon as I see my guy or anybody that I'm boxing bleeding, I just want to go in there and take him out. It just urges me on.
Time!
And to round 7.
Okay, baby, listen, we can win this, okay? Don't wait on the sucker too much, okay? Look at me. I want some lead right hands now. When he's coming at you, he's coming in straight, okay? Again, you're not giving me the footwork that I want, okay? We can dance on this sucker and make it very, very easy. Let's get to work now, okay?
You're right. Keep shooting right hands. Think. No water. Yeah. I got you. Look, everything is good. Keep the head moving. Look, keep going to that body. Keep digging that body for me, okay? Every time you throw. Now look, jab with him. Don't let him.
Looking like $1 million in your boxing. Get on your feet and dance.
Let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Go!
More good instruction in Malignaggi's corner. The left jab of Malignaggi controls the action for him when he's using it. But he's winning rounds when he is winning them by dropping in that straight right hand. Oh, and by the way, the right hand will target the cut.
Good left hand to the body by Diaz. Malignaggi in fights tracked by CompuBox threw a career-high 84 jabs in round number 1. He's thrown 402 so far in the fight. Landed at 16%. Lennox, we're at a point in the fight here in round 8. You know, Malignaggi's corner is giving him good instruction. Diaz, of course, with Ronnie Shields, he always gets good instruction. Is this where it gets mental of who, as they start getting tired, and you take us into the ring when you fought, where who is more mentally disciplined as they fatigue to stick with the plan and execute it?
Yeah, you have to stay focused, and you really have to stay with a game plan. Once you deter from that, such as getting tired or do something silly like put down your hands or lay up against the ropes, is the wrong thing to do. But Malignaggi's doing the right thing. Diaz needs to get in there and score some punches. You know, a lot can happen in a couple rounds. One punch can change the whole process of this whole fight.
Nice combination from Malignaggi after Diaz threw a punch that kind of hit the back of the head of Malignaggi, but the sweat flew out and the fans reacted with a big ooh.
For Malignaggi, the approach here maybe should be more cerebral and more focused, where focus may be more important for him. For Diaz, as the fight wears on and fatigue sets in, it's muscle memory. He's used to fighting at this pace.
Tell you what, Malignaggi's about to lose his trunks. I mean, in the back, they are falling down. He's got all those tassels, there's water, probably getting heavy. Let's fix that. He can't fix it, he's got gloves on. And they're literally falling off right now.
Stop! Watch your head.
I mean, it's boxing after dark. Well, the moon's coming out. Malignaggi's done some good things in this round with his jab.
Maybe he should fight with his trunks this way all the time.
How does not see that? We're in a break. Can we please pull him up? Talk about a guy bearing your soul in the ring.
Beautiful boxing clinic. That's what I want. You hear me,
For the biggest names and topics in sports, don't miss the premiere of the next installment of Joe Buck Live. Join the Emmy Award-winning broadcaster on September 22nd for conversations with big names about big issues in the world of sports. September 26th, Vitaly Klitschko puts his heavyweight title on the line when he steps into the ring with all-action brawler Chris Arreola from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California.
You got to cut the ring off. You stand a little bit too high. Stay down. Give me no bobbing and weaves, okay? But when he jab with him. That's what we work on every day now. Come on. Let's go to work.
Let's go, coaches.
Juan Diaz, Paulie Malignaggi. It's been a good one as we begin round number 9.
Box.
No knockdowns in the fight. Malignaggi cut left eye round number 1. Diaz was cut left eye round number 2. Then Diaz was cut again from an accidental clash of heads later in the fight. That last round was an interesting round as far as how you wanted to score it. Pretty close round. One of those swing rounds that winds up showing up in the final scoring. Counter right hand by Diaz.
Malignaggi still has some good speed, good jab, keeps it going.
Stop! No punching, no punching.
What do you think about Ronnie Shields' advice to Diaz? Hey, we worked on this. When he jabs, jab with him.
Well, I mean, that's a good advice because what it does is, you know, it gets his jab out there as well.
Left and right by Diaz.
The old adage in boxing is you don't want to hook with a hooker. because if the guy has a good left hook and you hook with him and his gets there first, it can end the fight. But you do want to jab with a jabber. Jab is unlikely to end the fight even if the other guy's lands, and meanwhile you get yours untracked and maybe disrupt your opponent's.
See, knowing that Malignaggi moves to his left all the time, Diaz needs to step over to his right and throw that right hand just like he did.
Just missed with the big one. Tries to step in with a combination. Diaz blocked most of it.
There's that right hand I'm telling you about that he needs to do. He needs to come back with that hook.
Isn't it incumbent upon Malignaggi to vary it up a little bit and move to his right?
Yeah, but I mean, right now Malignaggi's comfortable moving to his left, and this is where you form habits. This is what he's used to doing. But you know, it only takes one punch and he can move the other way. So right now he's comfortable moving to the left. It's not under too much danger. There's a little bit of danger with that right hand of Diaz, but it hasn't caught Malignaggi yet.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Well, I hope you're enjoying tonight's triple header. We got things started with Danny Jacobs out of Brooklyn, New York, undefeated at 17-0, taking on 31-year-old Ishe Smith. Things got pretty heated, some punches after the bell. Smith kept the pressure on. Jacobs, a talented 22-year-old, hung in there in the toughest test of his career, and he was a winner by unanimous decision.
Obey my commands and protect yourselves at all times.
Then in our second fight,
good luck.
Robert Guerrero and Malcolm Clausen, with Clausen's 130-pound belt on the line. Guerrero stuck to a game plan, stayed disciplined. And Max, we found out later that probably broke his left hand in the fourth round and fought through it and took Clausen's title.
Best performance of Guerrero's career.
And now we've got Malignaggi and Diaz, round number 10 underway, and a tight one. Let's check in with Harold Letterman.
Okay, Bob. 86, 85, 5 rounds to 4. Paulie Malignaggi. I tell you, Bob, he boxed nicely in the last 2 rounds. I thought he just grabbed the lead. I had him down around, but in rounds 8 and 9, Paulie Malignaggi moved, used that up jab again. He's got that left hand way down. He comes up with the jab. A lot of straight right hands and didn't get nailed too often because he was moving. Well, Juan Diaz chases you. If he can't hit you, when he chases you, he can't hit you. But when you slow up, he nails you with a hard hook. Paulie Malignaggi just kept moving, won 2 rounds in a row, took the lead. I've got it very close. 5-4 Malignaggi based on clean punching, especially with that up jab.
You know, Harold, I think you count as a New York judge. And if the New York judge has Malignaggi up around, I'd be shocked if the Texas judges didn't have Diaz up.
Could very well be.
I mean, I think you couldn't qualm if you had Diaz up by 1 round. I mean, it's some pretty close action.
Good action just then. Back and forth.
The hope is the scores reflect the competitive, tight, interesting, spirited fight that we've seen through 9.5 rounds.
The classic pure boxer versus the pure pressure fighter. And though neither guy's a big puncher, kind of makes for a good fight. It doesn't seem like either guy's in danger of being knocked out with a shot. Based on their histories, you wouldn't think that's the case.
But Max, you did say earlier that Diaz applies a lot of pressure and throws a lot of punches. And my answer to that is if you can't hit what you can't catch, you can't score the punches.
And the thing about that is Diaz is a pressure guy, but it's Malignaggi who's thrown 240 more punches so far in this fight.
Than Diaz.
And Diaz.
That's a shocking number to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's easier for a boxer because a boxer's throwing out that jab, and he has to get past that jab, and then when he gets past that jab, then he has to throw some punches.
Paulie's yelling something. Malignaggi's yelling something over here at us or at me, and I'm not sure what it is.
I don't know what he's yelling
Step
at.
back. Step back.
He should watch Diaz. Diaz, his left eye, again, a mess. He's got 2 cuts on that eye. One from an accidental clash, one from a punch. Chops a right hand. Malignaggi turned from it. A good round for Malignaggi.
Malignaggi ended up with a good right hand there to end it.
Sit down, buddy. Sit down. Sit down. The cup is here, baby. Look at me.
Whoa, you gotta give me a drink, give me a drink.
Take it, man. 2 rounds. All right, I got it.
Okay, now listen, Juan. Okay, look, you gotta relax, son. Relax yourself now, okay? Everything is good. I want you to use your feints on the guy. Let the guy run all over the place if you want to. But you gotta slide over. Step over. Let's try taking him to his right this time, okay? Let's see if he ain't gonna be the jab going that way, okay?
Okay.
Now look, listen, but you gotta keep stepping in, but you gotta stay low. You gotta keep the head moving. Gotta go. Give me some rolls. I need some rolls on it.
Okay?
He can't catch up with you. It's easy work. This is easy work.
Stiff the jab, bust him open. Bust him open. They are shedding the pads, baby. Okay? Keep boxing, keep him turning. Okay? How you feeling? Deep breath. More speed with that jab. Up jabs. Stiff the jab hard.
The right hand, bend the hook in the right hand again.
Don't
And
follow
look,
him.
feint at him, and when he step over to the right, throw that right hand.
Malignaggi's thrown 339 more jabs than Diaz through 10. He's thrown 800 punches to Diaz's 554. Diaz is landing at a little bit better percentage than Malignaggi, but Malignaggi has used that volume. Let's see if he can stick with the jab. Let's see if Diaz can stop Malignaggi from moving around the ring. 2 rounds to decide it, at least the way we see it.
Malignaggi's speed has not seemed to diminish through this fast-paced fight. 10 rounds, into the 11th round already, still lightning fast.
Good straight right hand from Malignaggi.
Malignaggi being very quick in there, using the ring wisely, using his footwork, and throwing out some fast punches. Diaz a little bothered by that left eye cut. Doing the right thing by throwing that double jab, because what he needs to do is throw that double jab and try and get Malignaggi against the rope so he can take advantage of him.
Nice combination from Malignaggi. Moves away. Body shot from Diaz.
It's a good punch by Diaz. You know, that's what he needs to do. He needs to slide over and throw that right hand to the body to try and slow down Malignaggi. This is what he should have been really doing from the first couple rounds. As you can see, Malignaggi's red on the left side of his body, so he did receive a couple punches there. But Diaz needs to box with some urgency because he's only got 1 more round left. And sitting there waiting for Malignaggi to do what he does is the wrong thing to do. Diaz needs to do what he does well, and that's move in, stay with that double jab, trying to push him against the ropes.
You know, it seems that when Malignaggi's trunk starts to slip like that, his movement is impaired.
Only for a minute, but he seems to be moving very quickly on his feet.
You're right, it should impede his movement, but that doesn't seem to.
That in movement, that double jab movement by Diaz needs to be a lot quicker. It shows that Malignaggi's feet are way faster than Diaz's feet.
Malignaggi chops a right hand on that eye of Diaz.
See, Malignaggi seems really relaxed and confident and calm in there, doing a good job.
I gave him 2 rounds. Well, let's go.
Who's the champ? That's it, baby. The Magic Man is back. I don't care what anybody says. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Deep breath, baby.
Last round.
Let's school him now. He's gonna come out desperate. Okay, let's box him. Footwork. Dazzle him.
Okay? But listen, you gotta do it. When he jab, you gotta jab with him. When he single jab, you gotta double jab. Okay? But jab him in the chest, you jab him too high. And you're not stepping over. Come on, we've been working on this thing and stepping over. As soon as you jab, step over, okay? As soon as you jab, you gotta step over.
Close the show. Deep breath, champ. There you go.
Head, okay?
Mama Olivia, near tears as she watches her son Juan Diaz begin round 12. Tight fight with Paulie Malignaggi. Bad cuts on the left eye for Diaz. He's lost 2 of his last 3. Former lightweight champion. Fighting in his hometown, Malignaggi, changing trainers, feels he's back. His only losses to Ricky Hatton and Miguel Cotto said, you'll see the best of me tonight. We've seen it from Malignaggi.
Given the circumstances, every time Diaz lands a punch, you know, the consequences for Malignaggi on the scorecard you imagine are dire. Malignaggi can't afford to give away this round.
Right hand over the top by Diaz, missed the mark. Malignaggi pitter-patter combination back. Good right hand by Diaz inside. Malignaggi answers back. Left hand to the body scored by Diaz. Left hand to the head. Left hand to the chin. Blood streaming down the left side of Diaz's face.
Malignaggi looking very good. Moving around very well. Throwing that jab. And, you know, you can hear the crowd really trying to cheer on Diaz because they feel that he needs to really do something dramatic right now in these last few seconds.
Diaz seemed to land some good shots to me in this round.
Yeah, I think Diaz had a good round.
Although Malignaggi, too, has landed some nice right hands.
This is it. Malignaggi said the deck was against him, was stacked against him. Be interesting to know what the score will be after this fight.
Tremendous action here in Houston.
Malignaggi putting up he's on his toes, feeling good. Good fight. Both boxers hug.
There was an election, you might say, too close to call. As Malignaggi gets a victory ride, the fans boo. For Juan Diaz, difficult foe. And all Mop could do is pray at this point. That close. You're hard-pressed to say you watched this fight and you thought it was easily in favor one way or the other. Same judges as our first fight of the evening. Raul Caez Sr., 42 title fights. He had the draw in the Juarez-John fight. David Sutherland from Oklahoma. Juarez decision over Rahim, 113-111 for Juarez. And then Gael Van Hoy. Diaz decision over Katsidis, 116-112. Pretty much on mark. Malignaggi gave tribute to Arturo Gatti. Also on his trunks, he had Viper rest in peace for his friend Vernon Forrest.
Harold Letterman, how'd you have it scored?
115, 113, 7 rounds to 5, Paulie Malignaggi. I thought he boxed beautifully in rounds 8, 9, 10, and 11. I thought he just swept them. I gave Juan Diaz the 12th round because of the pressure he put on, but certainly I thought Malignaggi outboxed him. Close fight, 7-5, 115, 113, Paulie Malignaggi, and a great job by his cut man, Danny Milano. Malignaggi didn't lead the whole fight.
Now they put your score up on the board here, Harold, and everybody started booing.
So we're going to find out what the judges' scorecards are as we are waiting for Michael Buffer with the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. David Sutherland, 116-112. Raul Caez, 115-113. Gael Van Hoy, 118-110. All to the winner by unanimous decision from Houston, Texas.